Hello YouTube, this is DJ's Old Gauge Trains. I wanted to talk a little bit about these sd38s and do sort of a review video on them. They're really awesome units. This is the first time an sd38 has been produced in O scale by Lionel or anybody, so it's really cool. And these engines have a few little features that are not featured on most other 3-rail O-scale diesels, like the self-centering pilots and the really low fuel tanks, and also the shared frame. So in real life, the sd38 is one of 4 EMD diesels to share the same exact frame size. The sd38 being one of them, the sd40 being the other, the sd45, which Lionel has announced and will be producing soon, and then finally another never produced before engine in 3-rail O-scale, the sd39. So if you want to see what an sd39 looks like, go ahead and Google image it or Wikipedia it. It's a cool looking engine, looks very similar to these sd38s. The only difference really is in the paint schemes and a few minor details on the body shells, but my favorite of the sd39s was the Illinois terminal, so hopefully Lionel will go ahead and do the tooling for the sd39 and announce those. That would be cool. I would go in for the Illinois terminal road name in a heartbeat. So, but anyway, back to these units. Like I said, they do have the self-centering pilot, so if you watch the pilot here, as I move it, it springs back into place, which is cool because rather than have the whole pilot turn with the wheels like most 3-rail O-scale diesels do, these pilots stay in place. They also have the KD coupler mounts so that you can add KD couplers to these engines and make them look even more realistic. And I think that's great. I think it's awesome that Lionel is finally doing that. So let's go in for a little bit of a closer look. By the way, if you want to see these running, I have several videos of them running on my YouTube channel already. So I'm not going to do that here. But if you take a look at this fuel tank, you can see how low to the rail it is. It's very cool, and they've made it as prototypical as they could without it being so close that it will actually touch the rail on the grades. So that's really nice. I'm really glad Lionel's done that. They've come a long way with their fuel tanks. So here's a view of the trucks. They're very nicely done, very beautifully detailed, and look incredibly realistic. So let's take a look at the front real quick. Here's a close-up shot of the pilot. You've got the little pilot step there, and of course the little chain. Let's see, lighting. It's a little bit dark. Okay, but you get the idea. And then we got the nice little Penn Central logo, all LED lighting, of course, standard legacy features. And if we come up here, you can see the front porch has the nice safety tread on it, which is awesome. A lot of nice molded in detail along the side here. Crew figure. Coming up on the top, we have the horn. And then going on down, we have 2 smokestacks. That is a distinguishing feature between an sd38 and an sd40. sd38s have 2 smokestacks while sd40s have 1. And then we have the cooling fans, and then we have these nice air intake grills here, which are really nicely done, very sharp. And then we have that awesome PC logo. So really cool. I'm really glad I purchased these. Really sharp looking engines. And finally, if we come around the back, I might capture more light if I take this angle. Let's see. There we go. So if I come around the back on this unit, you can see the added on, separately applied handrails there going up the back of the engine, and then we have the brake wheel. So really cool. So like I said, if you want to see these engines running, I do have a running video already. I am going to stop this here. That was just a very quick review. So go ahead and watch the running video if you want to see them in action with some Vision Line freight cars and so on and so forth. But here you go. Here's both units. Cheers to Lionel for producing such an awesome engine here, and for doing something new, and for enhancing their tooling. By the way, the sound set on these locomotives is great. The horn is great. The prime mover sounds are great. The bass end is really low and deep. So, and they're also very loud. So no complaints there on the sound at all. Very nice. So once again, cheers to Lionel, and please make the SD39s in the up and coming catalogs. All right, that's it. DJ's All Gauge Trains. Take care. Bye bye.